الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يا رب أحسن خلاصنا أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أما بعد, two notice I have to mention first before anything. Number one, repetition, mother of skills. I'm gonna be repeating phrases in Arabic for non-Arabic speaking to learn. I'm gonna be repeating some phrases in English for some non-English speaking to learn. Why? Because as we go along and you're watching my clips day in and day out, guess what? Believe me, you'll get the hang of it. Repetition, mother of skills. Now let me ask you this, for the sake of argument. Anybody of you out there, viewers, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, Pakistani, any one of you doesn't know the meaning of Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah? Anybody doesn't know what the meaning of those? When Habib, the UFC sportman, say it all the time, it's not me, it's him. It's not me, it's him, right? So Alhamdulillah is well known. And I want all Arabic phrases to be known for my Western viewers too. Just stick with me, that will happen, inshallah. Number two is, don't you ever believe that I'm gonna go around subject matter and waste your time. If you notice, look at my clips, you will never see one of them exceeding 10 minutes. Why? Because out of respect to you, I respect your time, and I'll make my clips around 5 minutes. Give and take. Never more than 10 minutes. We agreed? Let's start. Today I'm gonna talk to you about me growing up as a toddler. As a toddler, I showed some love to the nagam, to the good voice, to the music, you know. And my mom caught me a few times in the bathroom singing, right? And around the house, what have you. And the love of nagam and music and melody and maqamat grew up with me as I grew up. And I started mimicking big qurra in the Middle East back then, and still are pioneers such as Sheikh Mustafa Ismail, Sheikh Al-Basit Abd Samad rahimahullah jami'an. And also for songs, I used to mimic Muhammad Abdul Wahab, Karim Mahmoud, and those big singers back then. So that made me the center of entertainment in the house. Any friends come over, family member come from traveling, visit from other city, friends and family, they come over, always they call upon myself to entertain them. Either, and I were like acting like ما يطلبه الجمهور. Whatever they ask, I can answer. Song, it is. Singer, so and so, it is. Qari, so and so, I got it. So I grew up that way. And then, when we arrived at 10th grade, we start having class, as a matter of fact, specific music class and music teacher and everything. And so happened in our secondary school, we have the music teacher as a co-worker with my father. My father used to teach Arabic language and Islamic studies, and the other teacher used to teach music. So the music teacher associated with my father and asked them, hey, Munir is really showing a talent toward the music. We ought to support him and help him out, because what a waste if you let his talent go. And my dad just shook his head and smiled as usual. And I was a toddler and kind of skinny, you know, little kid. My dad said in me some poem. Listen to this poem. I apologize from English speakers, they're not gonna understand, but listen to the sound of it. ومنير قائد سربنا وشبابه غض ومتن الكاشحين هضيم ليت التأوه يا منير يطير بي أو تسري بي نحو الطلول نسيم. This dad, the poem in my behalf when I was in 9th grader and doing those things. Then the music teacher arranged in the theater, Al Khansa Theater, the biggest theater in the city we are from, and the big city I grew up in. And the audience, they come to my concert, start growing month after month, to the point that 1,000 people they come. They're all the choral family. Remember, we have 30 kids behind me repeating after me the melody of the song, right? So those 30 kids, their friends and family, the teacher's friends and family, the singer friend and family, neighbors, what have you, up to 1,000 people listening to my, and then I go home and I start thinking to myself, seriously, and I said, self, what does that put me in comparison to the authentic hadith when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, سبعة يظلهم الله في ظله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله. 7 people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put them in the shade under His throne, where there is no shade but under His throne. One of them, remember, we always take what we need for the sake of the clip will not exceed the 5 minutes. سبعة يظلهم في ظله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله وشاب نشأ في طاعة الله. And youngster, young man, teenager, grow up worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I said to myself, I'm making a lot of ghafla, a lot of ignorance, a lot of far away from remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with this music, especially after 1 o'clock in the morning, singing in the theater. Is that the way Ya Munir wants to be doing the rest of your life? So you tell me, what do you think? سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.